Alright, folks, and welcome back to the Boys Green YouTube channel. It's time to look back on a weekend which saw Celtic move 4 points clear with a game in hand at the top of the Scottish Premiership. I'm joined by Alistair to go over that. How you doing, Alistair?
Good, thanks. Good, thanks yourself.
I'm good. Obviously, we saw Celtic win 5-0 at the weekend. It was pretty much win 5-0 at half time. Pretty much. Alistair, what was your thoughts on the weekend's game?
Was pleasantly surprised. I called it. I kind of said we would win heavily. Should have made it 6. That would have been
Aye.
perfect. But and it wasn't to happen. But it wasn't for the one to try. But I kind of called it. But I was pleasantly surprised. All the changes scored, which was really good. Valley played well, and I was just pleasantly pleased with the tempo of the team yesterday, to be honest.
Aye, obviously, as you said, we made quite a lot of changes to the team. We made about 6, I think. I counted 6, 5.
Aye.
Aye, 6. Vi came in, as you mentioned. Scales coming in. The two midfielders, which I did say I thought would have happened with Bernardo and McCowan coming in, and then Forrest and Eder up top as well. They get changed. I just said, Alistair, you're looking. I'm not gonna lie. When I see the team sheet, I thought he's maybe made a bit too much here. No, Ross County are only a team at Daybell on their travels. I think that was very evident when we played them. I thought they were a poor
Well, I
football team.
nudged you a couple of times yesterday and said, "Look how open they are."
Aye, I think they've been good. They've been good. They've been good.
That defense.
They've been good at home, but I think away, and you could see that yesterday. You seen that earlier on when they played Rangers as well. So I was a team that expected to beat. As you said, I was like expected probably put a few past, and we did do that. We obviously done it in 45 minutes. So it was obviously good to get a run out. Obviously, one of the players I want to talk about, and I think he deserves all the plaudits he's getting because he's just quietly going about his business. He's not balling or whatever. Is McCowan? I thought again, a goal and 3 assists. If that's a tatty pulling that off, we're saying, well, that's a tatty. So I think it's only fair that we give Luke McCowan the same recognition. Because at the end of the day, Luke McCowan's probably one of the most fashionable football player. He's cost us £1 million from Dundee, but
it's a bargain.
It's important. It's important that we give him the same amount of recognition. Because I thought it was fantastic yesterday.
Josh, does it remind you of Stuart Armstrong?
I can see kind of traits in him, but that's one thing I'm not really. I just think he's kind of his own player. I think he's good for outside the box. His passing range seems pretty good. He seems, I'd still say
that's what really surprised me. I mean,
I'd still say we've not seen enough of him. To be honest, I know we've seen a decent sample size now, but I think you'd need to probably see him probably a full season before you start making comparisons. And also the thing I like about him the most is that he's no going off his head, or he's no saying, "Oh, why am I not playing?" Because let's be honest, he's playing in the most congested part of the team. We've got Bernardo, we've got Engels, we've got
Hatate. I would say by a mile.
Aye, I think so. In terms of you're talking about depth and strength and what we've got there. But Alistair, as you said, it was kind of first half blitz really. And we've seen he did get on the score sheet as well. Callum McGregor, he scores another goal. Scales gets on for a corner, which is a miracle at this point with our corners. Along who else scored? Bernardo scored as well. And
I think you could add the corner kicks. Scales is your best threat, really.
He's a tallest player, really.
a lot of corners.
Aye, we're no a team that's blessed with great height. If you look at it, you've got Trusty and Scales, but apart from that, you've not got Ida maybe, but apart from that, you've not really got anybody
Carter
else.
Vickers isn't the biggest.
He's no actually, he's not tall. He's just quite strong, obviously. But another player I was happy for was, and we've spoken about him quite a lot on here, is obviously Eden. I thought you're thinking, right, we've scored 4 goals. You kind of need him to go into the score sheet because you'd expect if
I
you're winning
wasn't
5-0.
expecting to score the type of goal that he got by with.
No, not the type of goal, but I go in the score sheet, and I think it's been under the radar with Eden that he's actually having a good season. He's scored 9 goals already. So, like, I've not seen that get mentioned as much. Because obviously, yet again, he was another price tag. Like everybody just mentions about the price tag all the time, but he's starting to really, take his chance, and that's all we kind of wanted, Alistair.
Yeah, well, as I said when Rodgers come back, and you actually asked me what type, who do you think he'll bring in striker wise? I said Rodgers doesn't really. Rodgers' teams when they're flowing, Joy, he doesn't really care how many goals the striker gets, as long as they're creating space for other people to score. And I don't know about you, but I quite like the fact that Celtic are not relying on one or two
Uh,
players to score all the goals. I quite like that.
well, Rogers, I think Rogers mentioned that last week as well. It's important that we're not relying on strikers to get the goals. And we haven't been, which has always been the good thing. We've not been relying on the strikers to get us the goals. The goals are coming for all other team.
I mean, arguably the player of the year never even get used yesterday.
I was
So I don't
glad.
think there's any argument about who the player of the year is going to be if he keeps the numbers up.
I was glad about that he didn't get used because I don't really think.
Same
I
with
do think he needs.
Kyogo, really.
I think same with a lot of the players. Tati obviously get rested. I think even Danny did rest because I don't think he was
He come
particularly.
on, did they know?
He came on, but I don't think. I think he get most. I think he get 20 minutes or something, but I don't think he was particularly clever on Wednesday night. But it was important that we just responded with our performance, and we done that. I don't really mind that there was maybe a drop off in the second half. You're 5-0 up. There's going to be that kind of drop off in performance or whatever, but and I think a lot.
For the one to trying in the second half either. I mean, we
There
hit
was
the
a
bar
lot.
3 times. The goalkeeper's making save after save, and you're like,
Aye.
you turned to me. He said, at one point during the second half, that's ain't happening, is it? Really?
No, because I kept thinking about your 6-0 prediction. But I do think in like games like that, when you've done the damage in the first half, I do think there's an element of respect there as well, where you don't want to go and scud a team 10-0 because that's like
Unless it's been red, white, and blue, of course.
aye, obviously, but I do think maybe I'm wrong here, but I've always thought that I was like, right, okay, there must be I just at the end of the day, you're all kind of professional. You don't want to.
And especially when you've got a midweek game, of course.
I don't want you overexhaust
Burn
yourself.
yourself either.
But I think we were, really good, and we need that performance. As I said, Ross County away from home, it was pretty grim. If to be honest, I thought the position was.
Isn't it really?
But we go to 3 points. That's the main thing. With these league games, I just think it's about getting to 3 points and moving on. Really. But I think we've that's another game kind of ticked off. Obviously, we go to Wednesday night. Obviously,
One on Wednesday night, you're on 40 points.
I was just looking at the table there. I've played 13 and we've won 12 of the games and we've drawn 1 with a goal difference of 40, scored, and then plus 36 goal difference.
Conceded, so 36.
So it's and arguably the game we drew was, a really bad drop off in the second half. So to be sitting at
Should we all
37
be
points,
sitting in 38 out of 38, yeah.
well 40 well 40 technically. No, it'll be 39. We didn't know, no. Because we dropped
Yeah,
2
but we've
points.
only dropped 2 points, so that's how I said 38. You know,
Um,
no,
I know
you're
we're
on
on 37.
37, 39,
That's what I'm
you're
saying.
right. But
That's
you're
what I'm
right,
saying.
I'm not Kyle Vorderman, but anyway.
No, but it's been a good kind of run of the season. Obviously, Aberdeen dropping points as well today, which kind of just
And
widens that gap.
historically, we struggle October, November, no this year.
I think
Really, if you think about it.
we've blitzed this kind of part of the season. Like so far, we've had difficult games. We've had Tynecastle, we've got Pittodrie Wednesday night. We had Hibs away, we'd St Mirren away, we'd places Kelly away
So if
where
you
we
think about
struggled.
it, Josh, we've still played more games away from home than we have at home. That's a fighting hope for the rest of the week, to be honest with you.
Aye. I know it's we've been a good run of form really, and I just wanted to continue into Wednesday night. I don't think we should be taking our eye off the ball. We've kind of got a bit of cushion. Obviously, we got a game in hand on Aberdeen as well, so we could
And
stretch that even.
we'll probably have two because we won't be playing the weekend of the League Cup final, obviously. So
Aye,
again, you won on Wednesday night, even if Aberdeen were to play that extra game, and we'd basically have two games in hand against them, and you'd still be worst case scenario if you beat them a point clear. So
aye. I think with this run of games, and I've said it before, I think it's important. It doesn't matter what game it is, if it's domestic or European or. I think we need to
you
just
want the
take it.
run to continue.
Aye, we want to run to continue, but I also think we need to keep it one game at a time. That's why I'm not a big fan of making. I get we've got a decent squad, and maybe against home at Ross County, you can make these changes. But I think at the end of the day, the league is the most important part of what because that's what gets us into European football for the following seasons.
I wouldn't be
I-
surprised if we play the kind of same team next week when we play Habs. Bear in mind we've got Zagreb, but we'll get into that later in the week.
I say that Hibs haven't been that great this season either, but I think there is times you can, and don't get me wrong, we've got good players that we can bring on, but you need to there needs to be a sort of balance, because if you say we do play the same team next week, then and then you just play a completely different team in Zagreb, it's going to show in Zagreb
Yeah,
because they've not
aye,
played in 2
fair
games. Because
point.
if you look at that, Kyogo I'm assuming it'll be a full strength team on Wednesday night, which probably add
It
more.
should be.
I
It
would
should
probably
be because you don't want to be.
it probably add further to your point then that they would. I do expect rotation. We're saying next weekend, but we've actually got a game Wednesday night. But so I'd expect us to probably play full strength this Wednesday and then play full strength in Zagreb next week as well.
Yeah,
Because
bear in mind then you've got a cup final straight after Zagreb. So you
aye,
can't. What I'm saying is, Josh, maybe I didn't say it right. I think if you're going to rotate again, it kind of needs to be Hibs.
aye, obviously, and this is just the way it when you're fighting on kind of 4 fronts
Four
as we are
fronts.
at the moment. And you can't sit there and going about how good the squad depth is and then not play them. So I do agree that I think there is going to have to be a lot of rotation for this,
Because
because
there's no break.
this is what really are solely a period, because there's not even any winter break anymore. So you're just it's just going to be constant games pretty much. We've got a game. I think this year we've actually got a home game Boxing Day this year as well. So
And to be honest, mate, you're gonna have to see if we do eventually drop 2 points. You're just gonna have to say, look, you couldn't have won all the games, but you're just gonna have to say, say I'll pick a random team. Say you're playing St Johnston on the 28th of December or 29th, whatever the day is. It's round about then. And you
aye.
drop something, you're just going to have to put it down to the wear and tear the amount of games that I've played.
Well, Celtic only going to, and this goes for just if even though just playing the league. Celtic only going to win maximum points out of 38 games. It's not going to happen. There's going to be
I
a
mean,
point
we've
somewhere where we
actually
drop
done
points.
well. You think about it, 13 games in, they won 12 of them.
Aye, no, it's been a brilliant start. Aye. Just to end off, did you have any other standouts for the weekend?
I would probably say Valley's the one.
Aye, needs to be a run of games then.
Valley and McGowan. And I'm actually going to say, I know we only played 45 minutes, but my Ada looked back to his
Aye.
self, but I was glad to see him going off.
I think
in the next possible way.
I know Maeda's, he's running and all that, but I do think we're going to need to try and manage him a bit more as well. But I thought overall it was just a good weekend. Obviously, we strengthened the gap. Obviously, ahead of Wednesday night against Aberdeen at Pittodrie, and then obviously we scored 5 goals and we're pretty comfortable ourselves. And it wasn't a fucking one of these games at Celtic Park where you can't beat the opposition.
It was going to be at one point, then we just for about 10 minutes.
No, I never really thought, to be honest. I don't really think that if it gets to about 60, 70 minutes, you're like, right, we've no scored here. But it was pretty comfortable. I expected it to be pretty comfortable because, as I said, if you look at Ross County, only the best on their away form. At home, they're decent, but their away form is pretty dire. I think they showed that. But that's going to be it for today's video. We'll be back later on in the week with build up to Aberdeen at Pittodrie on Wednesday night. Until then, speak to you later and hail.
Hail.